Today I want to show you guys how to adjust the camber and caster on your 2005 to 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee WK. Now I'm doing this video, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because not only on forums they say there's no adjustment, but the same kind of dumbasses that put comments like that in Jeep forums are the same dumbasses that probably work at Coast and Jack Williams. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is what they told me. Sir, the only way to do an alignment on this vehicle is just your toe in and out. There's no camber or caster adjustments. Now, when you put a lift on it, your wheels go from being straight to riding inward. So both of your vehicles, your driver's side rides like that and your passenger side drives like that. So what happens is you got to move those lower control arms so your wheels are now straight again. Because as you drive in and you turn, when the wheel's out, it's like a sports wheelchair. You ever notice how the wheelchairs have out? And same thing with race cars, their camber's out to give it a little more. Well, it makes it steer messed up. So I want to show you guys right now how you do that adjustment. Now the rear is different. There's no rear adjustment on this vehicle. It's a live solid axle, and the only way to actually get it adjustable is to take these track bars out and put adjustable track bars in. And the reason why you do that when it's lifted is because, look, see the space here? I got like maybe four fingers squeezed in there, and then I get the same 4 fingers in the back, and there's all that room. And that's because as you lift it, the rear starts swinging in, and when it does, watch the tip of my finger from it being where it is. Now it's all the way over here and it moves about this far. So because it did that, you have to get adjustable track bars for the rear, and then you can get a 4-wheel alignment. But they always sell you a 4-wheel alignment on an SUV with a live axle in the rear and independent front suspension, and you don't really need to. So basically all they do is check for broken shit. That's about all they do on a 4-wheel alignment with an SUV with a live rear. Now, if you look here, my lower control arm is red, right? So I left it red so I could show you guys before I paint it. This is your lower control arm. It connects to your shock, right? And then you just look at this, you'll see a bolt here. There's a bolt here and there's one right on the other side. Underneath, it's right here and right here. Now, if you look in front of my finger, you're gonna see the notch still. That means I could still slide this and adjust it that far, about 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch more on this side, which will now help adjust your camber and your caster. Now, the front one, if you follow your lower control arm onto this side, you're going to see a hole right there. And right next to that hole is your CV axle. So if you look right below your CV axle, you'll see the hole. You stick your ratchet in there, and then when you crack it loose, like you do those other 2 bolts, right here, you're going to see the tab. This is the front. Now, see the front of the Jeep? Get underneath, look right about where your tow hitch would be, or your bottom part of your bumper, and just look straight down and you'll actually see it. It's right there, plain as day. And then if you turn around and see this tab, that means that'll show you about how far this is adjusted in or out. And as you can tell, it's adjusted out, but not all the way. So I'm still gonna have to move this a little bit more outward. This tab could actually sit all the way in there and slide in that far. This one is adjustable too, so don't let these people tell you that this is not adjustable. Tell your mechanic or your alignment shop to look at these bolts. Follow the lower control arm. There's one bolt there and one bolt there. And they're both up top there, and you just loosen them right up. Once you put your hands up in there, you loosen it up from your lower control arm, you get the 2 bolts loose, you just loosen them, you don't take them out. And then you just get a bar and stick it either under there or in there, and you just pry it. And it'll move your lower control arm in and out to adjust your camber and caster. So folks, I'm a backyard mechanic and I can figure this out. Yet forums, Jack Williams, and Coast have told me that there is no adjustment for it, and I just showed you there is, and that's how I adjusted mine, because my wheels were riding inward and I had to slide them out so they ride basically more true and on the whole surface of the tire instead of burning out one edge of the tire, no matter how good your alignment is. So with that being said, folks, this is Red Hand Reviews, proving that sometimes the mechanics are really inexperienced at these places. This is Red Hand Reviews, man. Love yourself, love your country.